Hello and welcome to Frugal Over 50. I'm Amy and I'm happy to welcome you here today to a new series that I'm starting called the Wednesday One Take. Now for the most part I will be doing these Wednesday events in a one take, but today may be a little different. You can hear that I have a cold, and if I suddenly have a coughing fit or need to take a huge drink of water or I start sneezing, then you'll know because you'll see a cut and maybe I'll explain it. Each Wednesday, I will just take one take to talk about something financial or budget-wise that relates to women over 50, something that will help us in our quest to be more frugal, more minimal, and to live more intentionally. Today, I want to give credit where credit is due. I want to talk about a quote that I got from my brother John. And my brother John's quote is, "It's not an investment unless it puts money in your pocket." And I think this is something that has really stuck with me because for those of us who are women and who are over 50, we have been hearing for a very long time about things that we should buy, that are investments. All sorts of things are sold to us, or at least are marketed to us. People are trying to sell things to us, and they call them investments. Now, women our age tend to be quite financially illiterate, unfortunately. And one of the reasons I started my channel was because of my personal journey to become more financially literate. I would like to know more about what an investment really is. And when my brother said this to me, we were just talking about something and he just was grumbling about some marketing campaign about this or that thing as an investment. And he just grumbled at me in passing. It's like, it's not an investment unless it puts money in your pocket. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. Now, it makes perfect sense when you think about it, because the idea of an investment is something that you put money into so that you can get something back in return. Now, marketers have decided somehow that all sorts of things count as an investment. And particularly as I'm going through my no spend challenge for February, I notice that I'm getting lots of recommendations. I mentioned this in a previous video for other YouTubers who are doing similar challenges. And a lot of these folks have unfortunately come under the influence of marketing where they are told that a certain item is an investment and later learn that it is not. I myself have fallen under that spell many times. And I completely understand how it happens, because you are shown a beautiful product which will maybe add value to your life or make you feel good for a few minutes after you've spent the money to buy it, and you are told that it is an investment. Common things that are marketed to women as investments are makeup products. If it's a high-end makeup product, it will be called an investment. Cookware is often marketed to us as an investment. Clothing and shoes and purses and jewelry, often marketed to us as investments. But if you think about that classic definition of investment being something where you put money in, you invest in the anticipation that you will get a return on your money. Most of these things don't count as investments. So I want to kind of break down what this means for me, and it may mean the same thing for you, or it may be something different. I want to start with makeup, because makeup is something that is promoted a lot on YouTube, and it's promoted constantly to women in every possible form of media. Makeup is usually a luxury. There are certain circumstances where makeup purchases would be an investment. Let me give you an example. If a person is a stage actor and they need to replace their Ben Nye makeup kit that they bought in college 20 years ago, and if they don't, then they don't get the next job, they won't have makeup to put on, that's an investment, because you spend money on that makeup kit, you get the job, you put the makeup on, they give you the paycheck. You can't walk out on stage without your Ben Nye makeup, or whatever the current iteration of that is. Ben Nye, by the way, is a company that makes stage makeup. Similarly, if you act in the movies and you mostly act in, say, independent films or places where you get paid, but they're not professional makeup artists necessarily there, you might need to invest in makeup so that you can be employable. And then you get your paycheck and it pays for your makeup and it pays for your salary. Completely understandable. Now let's look at clothing. Clothing is often marketed to women as an investment. This is an investment piece, it will be told to us this way. This is an investment piece. Usually, this is an investment piece is code for this is going to cost you more money than you should really spend. You probably don't have this money, but I want your money, so I'm going to call it an investment piece. It's unkind marketing, and it makes me angry, and I hope that's coming across in this video. Now, what might count as an investment in your clothing would be to purchase clothing that is the best quality that you can afford for the profession that you have, and something that will last you for a long time. Seasonal clothing that will last you for several winters or several summers. Accessories that will last you 10 or 20 years. And I mean that, 10 or 20 years. We have, even women our age, have gotten so used to the concept of fast fashion, which really started in the 80s when we were teens, that we really don't expect clothes to last a long time. But clothing should last a long time. If it's going to be an investment piece, you should be able to spend a reasonable amount of money that fits in your budget, that helps you make money. In other words, something you can wear to work, that if you didn't wear it to work, you wouldn't be able to go to work. I mean, it needs to be that basic for it to be considered an investment. And then you can count it as an investment if you can say, okay, it has paid for itself, and I have made more money because I have it. Otherwise, it's just a luxury. When you watch marketing aimed at women for makeup and clothing and shoes and accessories and jewelry, if you're not getting a little angry, you're probably not paying attention. I don't think you have to get outraged. It's not necessarily that level of upset, but you need to be suspicious at least. If somebody says, this will be an investment, you need to look at your particular financial situation and say, wait, is it an investment for me? Probably not. Most things that are marketed to women specifically as investments are not investments. They are luxuries. And when we spend money on those luxuries, we are keeping ourselves financially illiterate. And I say we because I include myself in that category. I am still just beginning to learn what an investment is. And I'm hoping as I learn that I can share with you what counts as an investment. All right, that's my Wednesday One Take for today, and I hope that you have found it helpful and informative. If you like this type of content, if you like content that's aimed at helping you become more frugal, live more minimally, and live more intentionally, I hope that you'll subscribe, give this video a like, and click the notification bell so that you too can be notified when the next video comes up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.